I've been using Illustrator for a very long time, I believe since version 3, and I can honestly say that the things that they've done with Illustrator CS3 are quite amazing. So what I want to do here is just briefly cover some of the new features we'll be talking about in this tutorial. The first thing is better integration with the entire suite of CS3 applications, especially with Flash. So people who are used to working with symbols and working with very complicated artwork that you create in Illustrator will love the fact that everything you do here will translate over to Flash very, very well. There's also a new feature called Live Color, and that's really for the deep down artists in all of us who like to explore colors and experiment. And let me give you an example of how to access that feature. As you see here, I have this character that I created a while ago and I colored her in. I'm still working on it. I'm going to just simply drag select to grab some colors. And when you select areas that have color in them, you will see in the control panel above here this symbol. And this symbol will allow you to open up the live color interface. And when you click on edit, you're presented with a color wheel. And this allows you to play around with different harmonies. And we're going to talk about these options later on. But you can really have a good time exploring the different possibilities based on your color selection. So you don't have to manually recolor anything. By playing around with the harmonies, we can change the colors of the entire selected area quite easily. It's really a great tool. There's something that I've been hoping for since like the Stone Age, and that is a better way to select points. For those of you who are veterans of Illustrator, you remember that the points, whenever you tried to select them, were microscopic. And you could hardly see what you were doing, and that drove me crazy. And it might be why I wear glasses now. Thanks a lot, guys. But as you see here, watch this. As I hover my mouse near a point, it enlarges for me, whether the object is selected or not. So I can see where the points are, and I can click to select that point, which is very, very handy. And they highlight, and it just makes my life a lot easier. I'm also going to show you guys how to make the points larger, as I have here. The points I have are gigantic. We can also align points in Illustrator now, as well as aligning artwork as normal. So if you have a couple of boxes and you want to align the boxes to one another, you can do that. You can also align the points of those boxes. Let's say, for example, the bottom edges of the boxes. So it's a really cool feature as well. Another great tool is what I call the Super Duper Eraser. This eraser tool will erase artwork and create new vector artwork for you. In other words, if I erase here, it gets rid of the artwork that's there and will create new vector paths for me automatically. It's an amazing tool that you'll now start to use as a design tool. So it doesn't just erase, it creates. We also have new features such as document profiles, which are built-in profiles. I'll give you a quick example, but I will show you more in depth how it works. Document profile right here. We can choose print, web, mobile, and more. And the parameters will change for you. Of course, you can change these later on at will. So once again, we'll talk about that later. We also have this new guy up here, which is our control panel. So we can access our swatches and our strokes and all kinds of stuff from up here instead of going all around the world to find the options you wish to change. And we even have more options such as crop area tool and isolation mode that we'll talk about later on. So I hope you're excited to play around with the new features in Adobe Illustrator CS3.